Here are a few things that I've learned in my 30s. Oh, and because I know somebody's going to ask, I'm 36. To honor, respect, and be loyal to my boundaries. That rest is absolutely not my reward, but it is a necessity and my right. Not to allow anybody to rush me through my life chapters. This is my story, my journey, no one else's. I can forgive people and still not want them anywhere around me ever again. Forgiveness is to set myself free. So it's more about me than it is about them.
I honestly had to think about this question a lot, but this is definitely my mindset around dating. I view it from a lens of me always focusing on creating a life that I love and that I'm happy with on my own, with or without anyone else. I feel like you should be picky, like protect your energy at all costs. If your life is already here, you're happy, you're so content, you're good on your own, the person that you're dating needs to be adding more to your life or else it's not worth it. The pickier you are, the better. So I feel like the key to a great dating life is being true to yourself and your standards and never settling, ever.
I don't have it all, but I do know that I'm worth something. I'm not going to settle and I'm going to wait because there is something out there that is going to give me that feeling that I deserve and that I want.
Notice the common theme with all of these mid-30-year-old women that are still single, childless, husbandless, no man, no family. They all have a very common theme to them. And the common theme is this. The older they've gotten, the more self-centered they've become. Listen, did you just hear like all of their ambitions? Any really, not just them, the ones that we featured tonight, but any woman who is in her 30s who is still single is going to have this same list of growing prerequisites that you must fill in order to even have a shot at dating her, right? This chick who is out of power, no longer young, no longer youthful, her eggs are drying up, right? At a time where she knows her options are shrinking, at a time where she should be becoming more humble, more generous, more compromising. No, these chicks, their level of entitlement just goes through the roof once they hit their 30s. It's like, after being abused by all these bad boys and chads who ran amok in my life and had sex with me and never put any effort and caused me all this emotional damage, after all that, now I have all of these prerequisites for men, all the beta males who want to give me money and want to date me and provide for me. Now I have prerequisites because now I know myself. Now I have boundaries. That's like a damaged female over 30s magic words, guys. Boundaries. I have boundaries now. I know my boundaries. I don't let anybody cross them, anybody come near them. I realize life isn't about you or some man. It's all about me. It's about my journey. And if you don't want to support me in my journey, then you could just hit that door and leave. Don't let it hit you on the way out, mister. Okay? If you're not here to live your life around me, a damaged 36-year-old female who has dozens and dozens of guys between my legs, has a ridiculous high amount of past sexual partners, might even have some STDs, then you know what? You don't belong in my life. You don't belong in my life. These chicks are a nightmare, fellas. These chicks are a nightmare. The older they get, that they stay single, the worse they are, right? Because, a lot of this goes back to the fact that they don't have a man in their life. They don't have a strong male role model in their life, namely their husband, right? And a lot of these chicks are coming from single mother households. Let's not mistake this. If not, weak father figure households, right? This is why they're still out there, and this is why they don't have any direction. They're kind of like rudderless, right? Because they've never had strong male leadership in their lives. They didn't get it from their daddies. Either he didn't stick around, or he was too weak to lead. He probably bought into the lies of the Matrix, or she grew up in a single mom household, and now she's still out there single, completely rudderless, because she can't get a man, right? She can't get a husband who will lead and who will give her direction in her life, because she's directionless. Most of these chicks are. I don't care if that sounds misogynistic. How is that misogynistic, right? That the chick is directionless without a strong man in her life. We all are, right? This is why we need our daddies. We need our fathers, right? children should not be raised in fatherless homes, because this is what you will get, right? A bunch of rudderless adults out there running around, not really realizing what they're doing wrong, right? And not holding themselves accountable, right? Because that's something fathers do. Fathers are enforcers. We hold our kids accountable. That's what my dad does. Right? He holds you accountable for the wrongdoings that you do, so that you fix them, so that you can look within yourself and see what you're doing wrong. So a lot of these women, first off, are just coming from upbringings where they haven't had strong male leadership, and now that they're adults, the chick like this is why I say they're always doomed to be single, because they're not willing to accept male leadership at this point. Instead, it's just all this self-centeredness, all of this me. It's like, what about us? There's two people in this relationship. You don't think I exist over here? No, you have to be supportive of my dreams and never cross my boundaries. What if you cross mine? What about you? Do you matter? Do you matter? This is about me. And they go into all that, and this is why they stay single. No guy wants to deal with that. Who wants to put up with a woman, with a chick like that? That's how these chicks become so damaged. And the older they get, the more requirements they have for guys, and the more damaged they become, because they just get more and more emotional baggage. These chicks are, because they need some sort of like male affection, right? They're gonna have sex with just different random men that come in their lives. They're gonna go on a ton of first dates, because that's all these girls do if they're not married by the time they're 30. They're just gonna go on an endless stream of first dates with random dudes, and some will have sex with them, some won't, and she's just going to continue to destroy her value, whatever's left of it, because now, this chick's going to enter her 40s as some used up, chick who was a village bicycle. Her vagina looks like an old balloon on the street. You ever see like one of those balloons that have been popped, and it's kind of just like laying out on the street somewhere, like on the road? And it just kind of looks, her vagina just kind of looks like that, right? Just like a used vagina, right? That's been just completely ran up on by just tons and tons of different men. It's really gross, really gross. And high value guys are not attracted to that. High value guys don't want that. High value guys want a woman who is willing to accept his leadership, who is willing to follow his lead, who won't constantly trying to nitpick or question his decisions. That's what a high value guy wants. A high value guy does not want a woman who is going to compromise and like, oh, you lead half time, I lead half the time, or let me take the lead. I'm the woman. It's 2022. High value guys do not want that, right? High value guys want to be able to lead, and they want you to accept their lead and trust them, right? And if they make a mistake, they'll figure it out. Just be supportive and be like, okay, made a mistake there, let's try again, right? But at nowhere do you take over and do this, Mary Sue stuff that you see in so many of these, like alphabet movies these days, where it's, the woman's like beating up like 12 guys that are, 10 times her size. It's just not reality, right? It's not reality. It's not reality to stay single in your 30s either. And this is why these chicks have so much trouble just going about life and can't figure it out. It's sad because they don't have the self-awareness to figure it out. They don't have the agency to look within themselves introspectively at what they're doing wrong to fix it. They don't. Instead, they just continue to chest pound. They continue to create more requirements for guys. They continue to become more self-centered, making everything about them. Oh, everybody has to live their lives around me. Me. These chicks are just hopeless, right? I mean, it's just, they're a train wreck at this point. So there's no saving them. There's no helping them. The best you could do is avoid them and let them just continue to deteriorate and rot away, right? Don't get involved with them. Don't have, any one-night stands with them. Don't bang them. Don't keep them as a side chick. Don't, right? Because you're going to bring a lot of distraction into your life. You're going to bring a lot of drama into your life. You're going to bring a lot of headache into your life that you could be, you don't need to be diverting your focus and energy towards some damaged 36-year-old chick who has banged like dozens and dozens of guys and ridden the carousel and is now trying to date you and make you live up to all of her requirements, all of her BS requirements that all the bad boys didn't have to live up to. Why would you put yourself through that? Okay, why not get yourself a good woman who was raised in a good family with a strong father, who has morals, who has principles, who isn't a sexual deviant, who isn't promoting pedophilia or perversion to 4 or 5-year-old kids to learn transsexuality, all this other stuff. No, find yourself a good woman, a strong woman, traditional woman who isn't rudderless, who is willing to accept your male leadership now that you are taking over for her father. She's not living at home anymore, and she's going to move in with you. You're going to start a life together. You're going to get married, whatever you're going to do. And she's willing to allow you to take on the role of that leadership and lead the relationship, right? I mean, that's what good women do. That's why good women are not still out there 3 decades in, 4 decades, 5 decades into their lives on the dating apps, or jumping into different men's beds, or showing up to their hotel rooms and, doing all that other nonsense. But as always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you would like to add, anything you would like to share, please feel free to drop them in the comments below. Always love to see you guys in my comments. Always love to read your comments, so please feel free to drop your comments below.
And with that said, I am going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to my channel. So please make sure you're subscribed, and also feel free to share my coaching videos with other like-minded friends of yours who also want to become their best versions of themselves. Not only do I want you to subscribe, but I also want you to tell your friends about our channel and have them subscribe as well, so we can reach other men. Okay? And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the exact same type of women that myself and my students are out there cold approaching and bringing into our lives every single week. And I kid you not, guys, we're doing this every single week. We're doing this consistently, okay? Consistently. We're not having any dry spells or anything like that. We're doing this consistently. This is the absolute best way to support my work. And right now it's only $1. This is the absolute best way to support my work. So if you love what I do, if you love my content, if you love my DeLorean, I love this car, then jump into 7 Months of Mastery. It's real easy to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It only takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.